Hello everyone. So this is the next video on anthropology. Yesterday we discussed about the basics, the syllabus portion and how we will go in the lecture series. This again I'm showing you the leaflets of the syllabus. Today we will be covering topic 2.2 Nature of Society. Concept of society, society and culture, social institution, social groups and social stratification. These are actually the references from where I have done them. I have written here which is replicable. Like I have consulted Ved sir's book and Sachin sir's notes and Bhasme and some other material, and I have compiled the material in my notes, which I will be discussing with you. Also, I have emphasized on the previous year question, and so the previous year question guides me to the topics which should be covered. So I generally used to cover like this. So this is just for the reference. Okay, this is what we discussed yesterday. Coming straight to the nature of society, topic 2.2, paper 1. In this, we have concept of society, which basically needs us to give a definition of the society, what are the features. This is covered in the concept of society. Then after the concept of society, we have society and culture. In society and culture topic of the syllabus, what we need to give is a description of society, a description of culture, their interrelationship and how they are different. So this also we will discuss later. Then social institution. In social institution, we have so many topics. We have social institution itself, then we have social groups that are primary groups and secondary groups. Then there are associated topics like status and role reference groups, which we will discuss. And these are all the topics that I have derived from the previous year question papers. Okay. Because only if you will go straight only one definition social institution and your topic is covered, that's not gonna happen, because in the paper they will ask you diverse question and then you will not know from where they are coming. So you should know what the basics are. Okay. And then social stratification, which also deals with social mobility. The problem is when a person is very new to this, they only go for social stratification one note, but they forget about social mobility, which is asked in the paper. So that I have tried to cover it. Okay. Now starting with society concept, the definition. For society, the sociologists fail to agree on one definition of society. So we have sum up this in two types, the functionalist definition and the structuralist definition. We will later cover on all the theories also, and there you will know the functionalist and structuralist, all the theories, and I think you know the basics of it. For the functionalist, they focus on the function, like whatever you will give to a functionalist, they will say it serves a function in the society. Okay. For example, marriage is helpful because it is for the procreation, etc. And structuralist focus on the structure, the whole structure, that and you will, if you will give anything to the structuralist, they will say that it is for maintaining the whole structure. Like if you will say that marriage, they will say that this is because it will maintain the structure of society. So this in detail we will cover in the theories. So functionalists gave their definition, for example McIver, that society is a system of usages and procedures of authority and mutual aid of many groupings and division of control of human behavior and liberty. This ever-changing system we call society is a web of social relations. So don't just freak out. I will give you all these definition in the next lecture. Sorry, I just forgot to write them over here. However, the later topics, all of them have the definitions in it only, in the written form. Then the Cooley is also a functionalist. So he say that society is a complex of forms or processes, each of which is living and growing by the interaction with each other. The whole being so unified that what takes part in one part affects the rest. Then the Gidding says that society is a union itself, the organization. Okay. So I will just give you a brief a very simple, in a very simple language, that McIver and Cooley was trying to say that society is a procedure of authority and mutual aid of many groups, and it is a mechanism which controls human behavior, and it is an ever changing system which forms the web of social relations. And the Gidding, being a structuralist, he said that society is a union itself, the organization, and society is a collection of individuals that are united by certain relation or a mode of behavior which marks them off from the other set of people. Now the very formal definition which we will give for the society, which you will need to write in your answer, is the McGee's definition, which I will tell you. The McGee's definition, just a second. In McGee's definition, he says that a viable definition of society must incorporate first a social organization. A viable definition of society must incorporate, मतलब कि एक वायबल डेफिनेशन सोसाइटी के अंदर कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट्स होने चाहिए, जिसमें सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट फर्स्ट है सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो सोसाइटी की डेफिनेशन में सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, दैट सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दैट रेगुलेट्स इंटरैक्शन बिटवीन मेंबर्स ऑफ ग्रुप. Second, the size of group. These are the important component of a good definition of society according to McGee. Thus, he defined society as the largest distinguishable unit of interacting individual who share a pattern of social organization that regulate interaction between them. Okay, so just take a quick view of the McGee's definition. It says that a viable definition of society must incorporate social organization, an organization that regulate interaction between the members of the group, okay, and a size of group. Thus, this ends over here, and then we are giving the conclusion. Thus, he defined society as the largest distinguishable unit of interacting individual who share a pattern of social organization that regulate interaction between them. Giving you an example, India is a society, okay? India is a society. So, India itself is an organization that regulates the interaction between the members, right? And the size of the group is good enough. Thus, society like India, as the India is one of the taking an example of India, it is the largest distinguishable unit of interacting individual who share a pattern of social organization. In this case, the pattern of social organization is a country that regulate interaction between them. Okay, so this is the definition of society. See, one thing is very clear. In anthropology, what we need to do is cramming, which is very important. You need to cram all the definitions, and the the best effort you can do is to understand them. So I'm just trying that you understand the basics and the concepts so that you can cram easily, right? So this can be funny, but yeah, it's the truth. You have to cram for mains. Okay. Now coming to the features of society. You remember, if you remember, we were on the concept of society. We have covered the definition, and now we are on the features of society. So the features of society, first is the likeness. There must be a likeness in the society. It is a prerequisite according to the MacIver. You will learn all these theorists' name, and you have to learn them, and just make whatever you mnemonics or whatever you want to do. And MacIver, according to the MacIver, likeness is required for a society to exist. For example, in early societies, kinship used to be the likeness, and in the modern society, nationality is the likeness. Okay. Second is differences. As the likeness is required, differences are also required. Differences in the social, economic, political sphere are very much required in the society. For example, we can say the division of labor helps in the survival of society. But what is division of labor? It is the difference, right? Like somebody is working in the home, somebody is working outside in the field, somebody is a doctor, somebody is a surgeon, somebody is a teacher. So this is a kind of division of labor, and it reflects the differences also, which is a feature of society, right? Then interdependence. In a society, it is very much required that we are interdependent, right? So it is a feature of society that we are interdependent on each other. Right. Then cooperation is also very important for a society, and it is an important feature of society. If there is no cooperation, we cannot say that they are society, right? Then we have the society is in the dynamic of equilibrium. What does this mean is that status and the assigned roles are the basic of social interaction. Status and the roles are the basics of social interaction. Status and role, which we will cover later, are the basis of social interaction. And these status and the role changes over time. So it always in this dynamic of equilibrium, right? Then rules and regulations. Society is governing its members' behavior by certain rules and regulation. They can be formal rules, there can be informal rules. So these are the features of society. So with this we have covered the first part, which is concept of society. Okay, in the definition part we have seen that we have functionalist and the structuralist thing, and then we have a full definition from the McG, which is a viable definition must contain two parts: social organization, size of the groups, and society is a largest distinguishable unit of interacting individual who share a pattern of social organization. Three things: largest distinguishable unit, interacting individual, share a pattern of social organization. Three things, right? Distinguishable unit, interacting individual, and a pattern of social organization. Okay. Then features, we have likeness, we have differences, interdependence, cooperation, society is in dynamic equilibrium, rules and regulations. Now coming to the next topic, which is society and culture. See, I always used to do this, I always used to keep my syllabus handy, and I used to see what I have covered and what I have left, because it helps me always. And it is the thing which everybody should do. So we have done this. Now we are on social society and culture. Okay. In society and culture topic, what we will do? If they are asking a question which contains both society and culture, this is what we are doing here, right? We are studying the topic society. The culture is a different topic itself. In that we will only study the culture. Here we are seeing culture in the context of society, right? So how can you present that? For that, first of all, we have society's definition. Society can be defined as largest distinguishable unit of interacting individual who share a pattern of social organization that regulate interaction between them. McG's definition, right? Then culture is culture as per the Heskowitz is an artificial environment. These are the short forms which I use. Culture is artificial environment created by man around itself, right? What is culture? We see, for example, for example, I am from Jammu and Kashmir, so we have a culture around us. We have a culture that is built around us. If we'll go to Kashmir, there is their food, their clothing. This all forms a part of culture, and it is an artificial environment which a man has built around itself, which suits it. For example, they have more warm clothing. They have firans. They have these kangaris. Then all of this are a artificial environment created by them, which suits them because it's winter over there. Okay, so for society and culture, we have covered what is society. We have culture. Now, seeing what is common in them. Both society, this is a short form for society and this is for culture. Both society and culture are indispensable part of human. As per the modern view, society played important role in human survival. See, I've said that society and culture makes an important part of human, and as per the modern view, society has helped in the survival and running of society. For the running of society, certain custom, traditions, rules have come up, have developed specific to the certain environment, leading to the evolution of culture. I hope you got it. In Hindi, I'll explain that जो सोसाइटी और जो कल्चर है वो एक इंसान का बहुत ही अटूट पार्ट है, एंड सोसाइटी ने इंसान को सरवाइव करने में हेल्प किया है. कैसे? जैसे कि हंटिंग पे जब जाते थे हम ह्यूमंस, तो एक ग्रुप बना के जाते थे. जितना अच्छा ग्रुप था उतना ज़्यादा सर्वाइवल का चांस था. तो दिस वे सोसाइटी केम अप, राइट. एंड जो हमारे अब आए कल्चर पे, तो ये जो हमारी सोसाइटी जब सर्वाइव करती गई और चलती गई, रन करती गई, तो साथ साथ में कस्टम्स आते गए. उससे कस्टम्स निकले. कस्टम्स क्या है? जो चीज़ हम रिपीटेडली कर रहे हैं और वो हमें फ़ायदा दिया, तो हमने उसको फॉर्मल बना दिया और उसको हमने कस्टम बना दिया, राइट. तो जैसे सोसाइटी काम करती गई, आगे बढ़ती गई, तो कुछ कस्टम्स, ट्रेडिशन और रूल्स आ गए स्पेसिफिक टू दैट एनवायरनमेंट, लीडिंग टू द एवोल्यूशन ऑफ कल्चर. सो या society and culture are related to each other because they both are indispensable part of human. Then coming to the difference, anthropologists distinguished culture from its companion society, as culture reflects the way of life of people. I've told you culture क्या है, हम कैसे जीते हैं, हमारा क्या वे ऑफ लाइफ है, दैट इज कल्चर. एंड सोसाइटी इज द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ इंटरेक्टिंग इंडिविजुअल इटसेल्फ, राइट. एंड सोसाइटी क्या है? हम सब लोग इकट्ठे खुद सोसाइटी हैं, और वे ऑफ लाइफ हमारा क्या है कि हम क्या पहन रहे हैं, हम क्या खा रहे हैं, ठीक है. तो दिस इज द डिफरेंस. हु फॉलोज अ गिवन कॉलेज, ठीक है. दस दिस इज द कंक्लूजन. दस सोसाइटी एंड कल्चर आर टू एलिमेंट कॉम्प्लीमेंटिंग ईच अदर, ठीक है. तो सोसाइटी एंड कल्चर जो है वो कॉम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं एक दूसरे को, एंड सोसाइटी जो है वो अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करती है थ्रू कल्चर. हम एज अ सोसाइटी, हम सब लोग इकट्ठे अपने आप को कैसे एक्सप्रेस करते हैं? वी रिप्रेजेंट अ कल्चर. Like India is a culture. Like for example, just to give you a very kind of a very real life example, Priyanka Chopra is representing Indian culture on the world stage, or not only her, many other anybody will see Indian outside, they are representing the whole culture. So our society is being represented. Society expresses itself through culture, and we can associate a society with culture they practice, right. So what in this sentence we are just saying कि इसमें सोसाइटी का कल्चर से क्या लेना है? सोसाइटी अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस कर रही है कल्चर से, एंड देन वी आर सेइंग देयरफॉर सोसाइटी को हम अपने उस कल्चर से भी रिकॉग्नाइज कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एशियन सोसाइटी प्रैक्टिस एशियन कल्चर, ठीक है. हम एशियन कल्चर की बात करेंगे तो एशियन सोसाइटी आएगी, और जब हम एशियन सोसाइटी की बात करेंगे तो एशियन कल्चर आएगा, राइट. दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू राइट एन आंसर इन द एंथ्रोपोलॉजी पेपर. इन द स्टार्टिंग टॉपिक्स ऑल्सो वी हैव द डिफरेंसेस, वी हैव कंपेरिजन इन हिस्ट्री एंड एंथ्रोपोलॉजी एटसेट्रा. That is the main. If you are not understanding anything, if you have been given a question in the paper like this was society and culture, and in that you will say culture and marriage or whatever, or culture, not marriage, culture or whatever you can say, what you have to do, if you don't know anything, you have to give definitions of both, then you have to do the interdependence or the interrelation of them, then you have to give their differences, and then in a conclusion you have to say that how they are together, right? This is a format of a question also, if I'll say. So what we have covered here is society and culture. This topic of this topic 2.2 is also covered. Society and culture is covered. Now we will go to social institution, social groups, right? Okay. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to convey to you, and if you don't, sorry, and because I'm also new to this, please let me know and I will try to improve on it. Okay, so coming to social groups. Definition. For social group, we will first of all cover its definition, then its important factors, and then we will go to the classification. Okay, so definition. Social group is more it is more than one individual having some social relation, interacting with each other under certain rules and regulation. What is a social group? It is first of all more than one individual. At least two people are required, right? More than one individual having some social relation, interacting with each other under certain rules and regulations. What does this means? You got it? See, what is a social group? If I'll give you an example, it is a family. Sometimes we say to our friends that you are my family, right? So for a family, at least two people are needed. You cannot say yourself as a family, okay? So it is more than one individual having some social relation. In family, we have some social relation with each other, right? Interacting with each other under certain rules and regulation. Rules and regulation governed as per the institution which is involved, okay? Further in the description of social group, you will know the other things. Important factors, numerical strength first. Second, interaction is required. Third, distinctive set of relations. RS means relationships. Then fourth, sense of unity. Fifth, it should satisfy their needs. Now, numerical strength, I've told you, interaction is very much required in a social group. If you are not interacting, for example, if somebody is sitting in Australia and somebody is in India, it cannot be a social group, right? So interaction is also required. Even if you are in Australia and I am in India, but you should be my friend, and so I will say that you are my family, or we form a social group, okay? Then there should be distinctive set of relation, like it should be friend, it should be mother, daughter, it should be anything. Then fourth, sense of unity should be there in social group, and fifth is it should satisfy need. Now classifying, as per Cooley, he classified them into primary group and secondary group. Primary group is a social group. It is a basic social group with three essential conditions. First is close proximity. Second is smallness of group. Third is durability of the bond or the V feeling. What is primary group? Primary मतलब पास के लोग, मतलब छोटा ग्रुप, मतलब बहुत क्लोज वाला ग्रुप, ओके? फॉर एग्जाम्पल द फैमिली, द peer group, there should be close from proximity. That mean there should be face to face. There should be personal, there should be a personal touch in it. The V feeling. This is very important, V feeling. Second is the smallness. The group should be small. That's why it will be very strong also. The third is durability should be there in the bond. Now, external features of the primary group are physical proximity, small size, stability, and continuity in the relationships. Internal features are common objective. Relationship is an end in themselves, right? If you will say that you have your father. Your father is not, your relation with your father is not a means to an end, right? It is an end in itself. But there can be a worker in your office, right? With them, that worker is a means to an end. He is not an end in itself, okay? That worker can be required for doing the printing thing, or it can be required in doing the account thing, right? So that worker is not an end in itself, it is a means to an end. But in the primary group, the relation is an end in itself, the father is an end in itself. Okay, then there it is personal and spontaneous, it is inclusive, and it controls over will. These things you don't need to write, but if you have a very if you have a big answer to write, you can write these things, you can make a good flow chart and you can do this and you can write it. Okay, then importance of primary group. See, primary group is a very important portion, so just focus on it. What we have covered, Cooley has given the classification of social group into primary group and secondary group. Primary group एक छोटा ग्रुप होता है जिसमें कि बहुत क्लोज प्रॉक्सिमिटी और वी फीलिंग की बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंस होती है, एंड इट इज एन एंड इन इटसेल्फ. ओके, then what is the importance of primary group, why it is required? First of all, on the societal level, I will see enculturation and socialization. A child is born blank, so how does it fit into the world? It is up to the family, right? They teach it, they socialize it. Very important function, I think the most important function of a marriage or the society itself is socialization of the children, right? So on the societal level, primary group is important for socialization. Then social control and order, right? There we have seen for the social group that there are rules and regulation which governs it, so it controls through those rules and regulations. Then it ensures performance of social role, right? The family will ensure that I am performing my role as a daughter, and my parents are performing their role as parents, right? And non-formal rule prevail in the primary group. My parents have not given me any any paper in which all the rules are laid. I know the rules, these are non-formal rules. Okay, individual level. On an individual level, the primary group helps in development of person. It increases the efficiency, and it helps in the psychological and emotional needs of a person. That is very explicit in itself. You can know it very clearly because it's happening in our daily life. Then relevance. This is very important. Primary group forms a link between individual and society. We can say that, we always say that family जो है, जो primary, it's a primary group, but I'm telling you as an example, जो family है, it is the first link between an individual and the society. So primary groups forms a link between individual and society. Without primary group, socialization is not possible, and on the other side there will be chaos everywhere. Hence we can say primary group is the soul of society. Okay, so this was about the primary group. Now next is secondary group. The social group is classified into primary group and secondary group. The secondary group, according to Davis and others, secondary group does not possess salient features of primary group. It does not possess. It is large in size, no face-to-face proximity, no we feeling, more of a formal relation. Relationship is a mean to an end. Like there, the relationship was an end in itself, but here relationship is a mean. ठीक है. Characteristics are, यहाँ पे मैं आपको अगर एक एग्जाम्पल ही दे दूँ तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम एक जिम में जाते हैं. आप एग्जाम्पल ले लो गोल्ड जिम, बहुत बड़ा जिम है अगर, ठीक है, तो इसलिए मैंने बोला गोल्ड जिम, बहुत बड़ा जिम है, इट्स अ लार्ज साइज. ठीक है, देर इज़ नो फेस टू फेस प्रॉक्सिमिटी विद एवरीबडी, राइट? यू डोंट हैव वी फीलिंग विद एवरीबडी, है ना? और रिलेशनशिप जो है इज़ अ मीन्स टू एन एंड. देयर यू हैव अ मीन, मतलब there you are doing a workout, that is an end. So whatever relation you build is a means to an end. Okay. Characteristics: dominance of secondary relations, voluntary membership, like, okay, it's not that in families you are born, so it's not voluntary. Then large size, goal oriented, indirect communication. Role decides position. Okay, for example, in a school you can say teacher and student. So here in this the role decides the position of the individual. Okay, formal rule prevail. ठीक है, यहाँ informal नहीं होते हैं rules, यहाँ formal rules होते हैं. The gym, the school, everything has a formal rule. We should not see them as mutually exclusive. Now, as a conclusion to secondary group, we have this, that due to industrialization, urbanization, there is increased rate of formation of secondary grouping. Secondary group have overtaken many functions of primary group. Example, tiffin service, old age homes. Right? In industrialization, what has happened is कि अब ये जो छोटे छोटे ग्रुप्स थे, जो क्लोज स्ट्रॉन्ग ग्रुप्स थे, वो टूट के अलग अलग जगह रहे अर्बनाइजेशन में. सो देर इज एन इंक्रीज्ड फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द सेकेंडरी ग्रुपिंग, जहाँ कोई वी फीलिंग नहीं है, जहाँ पे एक गोल है जो इम्पोर्टेंट है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन टिफिन सर्विस, जब हम घर पे हैं तो आर पेरेंट्स आर कुकिंग फॉर अस, तो दे आर केयरिंग फॉर अस, राइट. बट फॉर टिफिन सर्विस इट्स एन इकोनॉमिकल थिंग एंड टिफिन इज द एंड, राइट. एंड the tiffin wala is not our our relative, it's a means to an end, right. Old age homes is also some this kind of thing. यहाँ पे जो कि एक large size है, यहाँ we feeling इतनी नहीं है. So the rules are formal. So these are the examples. Okay. Now associated topic, reference group. This has been asked in the previous year questions also. So that's why I have covered it. Reference group. See, one thing is there, when you will buy the previous year question paper, you will see that there are questions in this, they have listed the questions on ethnography etc. also in this, but the ethnography and all these things we will cover in the another part of the syllabus. Okay. So reference groups, concept originally given by Hyman from psychological point of view and was further elaborated by Merton, Turner and Sheriff. At times we conform to norms not of our group but of the groups we don't belong to. Sometimes हम दूसरे ग्रुप के नॉर्म्स फॉलो करते हैं, बट वाई, हम उस ग्रुप की तरह बनना चाहते हैं, है ना. वी वॉन्ट टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट ग्रुप बट वी आर नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट ग्रुप. सो द ग्रुप विच वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, जिस ग्रुप को हम एक्चुअली में इमिटेट करना चाहते हैं, वो ग्रुप को हम रेफरेंस ग्रुप कहते हैं. एट टाइम्स वी कन्फॉर्म टू नॉर्म्स नॉट ऑफ आवर ग्रुप बट ऑफ द ग्रुप वी डोंट बिलोंग टू बट वी वॉन्ट टू. दिस ग्रुप विच we want to associate ourselves is called as reference group. So this is a picture showing dynamic of first group, like the group which we belong to, and reference group which we want to belong to. Okay, what member of first group aspire membership in reference group. ठीक है. Second, member of first group strives to be like or whole group. यहाँ पे इस पॉइंट में यहाँ पे या तो एक मेंबर या तो होल ग्रुप वांट्स टू बी लाइक रेफरेंस ग्रुप. यहाँ पे इट एस्पायर्स मेंबरशिप ऑफ दैट ग्रुप, हियर इट वांट्स टू बी लाइक. दिस इज द डायनामिक, दिस इज हाउ दे आर रिलेटेड. देन यहाँ पे द मेंबर्स ऑफ फर्स्ट ग्रुप अप्रेज देमसेल्व्स यूजिंग रेफरेंस ग्रुप एज स्टैंडर्ड फॉर कंपैरिजन. यहाँ पे ये बोल रहा है कि ये जो फर्स्ट ग्रुप के मेंबर हैं, ये अपने आप को अप्रेज भी करते हैं स्टैंडर्ड्स के साथ जो रेफरेंस ग्रुप सेट करते हैं. ओके. सो दिस इज द रेफरेंस ग्रुप. व्हाट इट इज, ये वो एक ग्रुप है ऐसा जिसको हम इमिटेट करना चाहते हैं. ठीक है. और ये एक डायनामिक है. सी, इफ यू विल मेक दिस काइंड ऑफ फ्लो चार्ट, द गोल ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, if you are taking it as an optional, is that you need to by heart this is a direction that you need to do, and you have to study yourself also. This is also enough, I won't say that, but if you will understand it properly na, so when they will ask you a complex question, then you have to give an answer, and then you have to relate different concepts together. So this is how you do it. You can make a flow chart like this, and you can make them understand, like you know this. Okay. According to Lynch, concept of Sanskritization which was given by M.N. Srinivas can be replaced by concept of reference group. Sanskritization में क्या था कि अपर कास्ट वाले मेंबर्स की तरह बनना चाहते हैं लोअर कास्ट वाले, तो जब वो ऐसा करते हैं तो इसका कहते हैं कि वो संस्कृताइज हो गए हैं. दैट इज कॉल्ड ए संस्कृताइजेशन. सो लिंच कहता है कि संस्कृताइजेशन को हम रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं रेफरेंस ग्रुप के कंसेप्ट के साथ, वेयर अपर कास्ट बिकम रेफरेंस ग्रुप फॉर द लोअर कास्ट. यहाँ पे अपर कास्ट जो होगा वो रेफरेंस ग्रुप होगा. ओके. According to Merton, now the types of reference groups. According to Merton, there are different types of reference groups. There can be negative reference group, positive, out group and in group. From the name itself, you can know that ये जो negative वाले क्या होंगे, जिनको हम नहीं follow करेंगे, जिनको हम negative example की तरह use करेंगे, and positive वाले reference group होंगे, जिनको हम positive की तरह use करेंगे, right? Then out group and in group. In out group, what we have is जो बाहर है, और इन ग्रुप जो है दैट इज इनसाइड द योर ओन ग्रुप. ओके, आई विल गिव यू अ फॉर्मल डेफिनेशन ऑफ दीज in my next video also, but I don't think it is required. It is just that you know these classification also. Now the next topic, social institution. Social institution definition. First of all, the definition. It is an organized form of custom, dogmas, ritual and procedure. Okay. So, social institution is an organized form of customs, dogmas, rituals and procedures. Social institution are integrated around principal function of society to regulate the social behavior of individual. Example, law and marriage. Keeping जैसे marriage को हम लेके इस definition में अगर fit करें, it is an organized form of custom, dogmas, ritual and procedure. You know, marriage is it. Then a social institution like marriage are integrated around principal function of society. Marriage क्या है? Marriage किस principal function के around integrate हुआ है? Procreation हो गया. Then family को फिर आगे family एक पूरा, और then उसकी पूरा structure जो आपका एक lineage भी चली आ रही है. So social institution like marriage are integrated on principal function of society to regulate the social behavior. Marriage also regulate the social behavior, the sexual behavior of the individual. ठीक है? I hope you understand it. If you will understand it, you can easily learn it. Characteristics of social institution. First characteristic, it's a means to controlling individual and it prevents deviant behavior. अगर आप मैरिज को ही अपने दिमाग में लेके चलोगे एंड सारे कैरेक्टर्स लर्न करोगे, यू विल बी इजीली एबल टू गेट इट. ठीक है? इट डिपेंड्स ऑन कलेक्टिव एक्टिविटीज ऑफ मैन. It is formed to satisfy primary needs. It is based on customs and dogmas. It may have symbol, material and non-material. Material symbol क्या हुआ? अब जैसे अब सिंदूर पहन रहे हैं तो वो material है. Non-material क्या हुआ? अगर कोई मिसेस लगा रहा है मिस से तो वो non-material. ठीक है? Have rules which must be compulsorily obeyed. Now next, the associated topics. This has been asked in the previous year question paper many times, and you know if you must go through a paper, any paper, and you will know that there are some topics which are of less marks and that are compulsory kind of. So you have to write the answers in those less marks questions. They ask these type of questions, the one-liner kind of. ठीक है? So Young, according to Young, he is a theorist, he say that social institution is a set of folkways and more centered around principal function of society. Okay, so what are folkways and mores? Folkways are the unconsciously acquired habits. These are unconsciously acquired habits, infringement of which acquire mild ridicule. Mores, on the other side, are prescribed behavior pattern whose breach invite severe sanctions. For example, if I'll give you folkways की example क्या हुई? For example, in some societies, women are not allowed to wear jeans or they are not allowed to wear short clothes. So in that society, it is an unconsciously acquired habit, and infringement of this will acquire a mild ridicule, because right now the society is advancing and people are wearing every kind of clothes. So some mild ridicule will happen, but nothing more, right? More on the other side are the behavior pattern, prescribed behavior pattern whose breach will invite severe sanction. For example, if people in some society, for example, these Khap Panchayat societies, if you will go for intercaste marriages, that will invite severe sanctions. Okay. Now the last topic is social stratification. Then we will also cover status and role. Okay. Social stratification. See, all men are born equal, yet equality is a utopian concept. This is a good start for your answer if you are given a question on social stratification. All men are born equal, yet equality is a utopian concept. Most societies of world have system of classifying their members into categories. Every society, right? Two terms are associated with this: differentiation and stratification. What is differentiation? When society categorizes or classify its member on the basis of certain factors, the factors which are real, like sex, income, etc., male, female, age, old people, young people, children, income, right? When the society is being categorized or classified on the basis of certain factors, this is called a differentiation. What is stratification? When the concept of inequality is in terms of subordination and superordination, like somebody is above and somebody is below, this type of differentiation is called as stratification. I hope you got it. Stratification is a social cultural concept. Stratification जो है एक social cultural concept है, right? It's not a physical concept, or it's not a biological concept. It's not an economic concept. It is a socio-cultural concept, right? Now, theories related to stratification. See, you have to learn this very nicely, because stratification is has been asked many times in the question. If you will see the previous question paper, many times stratification has been asked. Theories related are functionalist theory, Marxist theory. Functionalist theory say that stratification is for the proper functioning of society. People in the previous ages used to say कि जो वर्ना सिस्टम है वो क्या है, वो एक डिविजन ऑफ लेबर है और ये प्रॉपर फंक्शनिंग के लिए काम आएगा, राइट? दिस इज द फंक्शनलिस्ट थ्योरी. मार्क्सिस्ट थ्योरी ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज कन्फ्लिक्ट थ्योरी ऑफ कार्ल मार्क्स. इट व्यूज स्ट्रेटिफिकेशन एज द मीन्स ऑफ social exploitation by haves of the have-nots. It is a means by which people जिनके पास resources हैं वो exploitation करते हैं उनका, जिनके पास resources नहीं हैं. This is the Marxist theory. Okay. Now, types of stratification: open system, closed system. This is the definition that you need to draw it. Here you have to draw this diagram, because if you are drawing diagrams, you will get good marks. Types of stratification: open system. In this system of stratification, social mobility is not restricted. It is a class system. For example, if a poor kid studies nicely, then he can come from a lower middle class, or a lower class to a upper middle class. People who comes into bureaucracy and who used to be poor, they have changed their class. So where there is social mobility possible, it is called as open system. Okay, example is class system. Second is closed, where social mobility is restricted. Example, caste system. You are born in some caste, you cannot change that, so the mobility is restricted, therefore closed system. This is the diagram. But according to M. N. Srinivas, you have to write this. If this is asked, you have to write this in the end. According to M. N. Srinivas, caste was never completely closed system. Anuloma, that is hypergamy, and pratiloma, which is hypogamy, in ancient India substantiate this claim. Example, in Mahabharat, Shantanu's first wife was Ganga, but his second wife Satyavati was from Vaishya caste. Okay, so this is what is said. When she married into the married with Shantanu, when she married Shantanu, her caste changed. So the caste system was not always closed. Okay. Also, Varna was open system. Stratification was not rigid. Okay. This was about social stratification. I hope it helped. In this, we have given the definition. We have the terms, that is differentiation, stratification. We have the theories related with it. Then we have the types of stratification. Right? If the question is asked for the stratification, you have to give all these things. These are the basic things, and you have to give them. Okay. Associated topics: social mobility. ठीक है. Social mobility क्या है? It is a shift from one strata or status or profession to the other strata or status or profession. ठीक है. Types: vertical. In vertical, this we will understand through the diagram. What is vertical? Vertical is when caste D adopts the lifestyle or profession of caste A, B, C. See, this is caste D. Okay. This is caste D. When caste D adopts the lifestyle or profession of either C or B or A, it is going vertically up, right? It is going vertically up. This is called as vertical mobility. What is horizontal? If caste D is shifting from one group to the other in the same strata, right? Same strata, but shifting from one group to the other. This is called as horizontal. Okay. There is also mobility intra-generation and intergenerational. But the most important are these two. Intra-generational, you will say that within the generation when there is a mobility, and intergeneration when uh, in the generation, among the generations there is mobility. Okay. Okay. So this is the diagram, and this is how you have to draw the diagram. You have to make a box, properly a box, and then you have to give this figure. You have to write in the section below it that this is figure showing types of social mobility. You have to do this because it's good for your answers and it will give you good marks. Topics that are left, these are not given in the syllabus, but these are what are asked. They have been asked, I think, 5 times in the paper. In the previous year question paper, they have been asked many times, and in the short questions they usually asked it. Okay, what is status? According to Ralph Linton, American anthropologist, status is a social position designed by society. Through status, social relation is expressed or reflected. So it is a social position that is designed by society. Through status, social relation is expressed. Example, profession, family member, doctor is a status, engineer is a status, family member में son, being a son is a status, mother, being a mother is a status. Okay, types of status are ascribed by birth. ठीक है, obtained by individual by birth or by cultural or natural phenomena. For example, अगर एक community में ये एक प्रथा रही है कि शामन जो होते हैं, एक बाप है वो अपने बेटे को शामन बना के जाएगा, तो व्हाट इज इट? इट इज़ अ स्टेटस विच इज़ गिवन बाय बर्थ, राइट. और पहले क्या होता था, प्रोफेशन भी एस्क्राइब्ड होता था स्टेटस, राइट. बाय बर्थ दे यूज टू बॉर्न इन अ प्रोफेशन. अचीव स्टेटस वो होता है विच अ पर्सन गेट्स बाय फुलफिलिंग डिजायर्ड क्वालिफिकेशन. जो अब होता है, इफ़ यू आर फिट इनफ यू विल बिकम एन ब्यूरोक्रेट by fulfilling all the qualification, that is exams. So examples, caste is a ascribed status in Indian society, whereas class is a achieved status. In Jajmani system, profession was ascribed in we will also learn about Jajmani in our further lectures. Then in industrial society, in our industrial society right now, it is called as, we have achieved status. Okay. What is role? Now, according to Ralph Linton, the role is a dynamic aspect of status. In other words, role is a functional aspect of status, right? Mother, जैसे एक mother है, वो एक status है, तो what is the functional aspect of mother? वार्मथ देना उसको, जो ममता है उसको एक फंक्शनल एस्पेक्ट कहेंगे. ठीक है. वी हैव एग्जांपल्स राइट नाउ कि जैसे कि हमारे स्टेटस अब क्या हो रहा है कि हमारी सोसाइटी चेंज हो रही है, तो वैसे ही रोल भी चेंज हो रहे हैं, है ना. तो रोल चेंजेस एज पर सोसाइटी एंड टाइम. एग्जाम्पल, रोल ऑफ अ वुमेन इन अर्बन एरिया टुडे इज टू मैनेज डोमेस्टिक अफेयर्स एंड परफॉर्म इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी ऑल्सो. दिस में ऑल्सो लीड टू रोल कन्फ्लिक्ट हाउ एवर, बट दिस इज द ट्रुथ. ठीक है. तो क्या रोल था? पहले सिर्फ डोमेस्टिक अफेयर्स रोल था, लेकिन अब इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी भी है, तो रोल क्या हुआ? एक फंक्शनल एस्पेक्ट हुआ एक स्टेटस का. देयर एग्जिस्ट रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन रोल एंड स्टेटस, वेयर देयर इज रोल देयर इज स्टेटस एंड वाइस वर्सा. ओके. अगर मम्मा मतलब अगर मदर एक रोल है, अगर मदर एक स्टेटस है तो उसका रोल होगा, अगर डॉक्टर एक स्टेटस है तो उसका रोल होगा. वैसे ही अगर एक रोल है, उसका मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट का रोल है, तो उसके लिए एक स्टेटस होगा डॉक्टर. Further, without status, we cannot imagine role and vice versa. Okay. Now, what is role set? Role set. These are the different roles associated with single status. Example क्या है? If you are a bureaucrat in a village, right? If you are if you have cleared KS exam and you go to a district or whatever, then what is your role? First is your role as an STM if you are given that post, right? Then you have a role towards public, right? Then you have a role to the staff that is in your office. Then you have role to the politicians you will be involved with, right? Then you have a role towards the etc. anything, right? So these are the roles that are associated with single status. Okay. इसको अगर आप ऐसे बनाते हो तो ऐसे एक बना के figure different roles. Even if you don't draw this box, you should write figure different roles associated with single status. ठीक है. What is status set? Every person have more than one status, right? Every person, like if somebody is a father, he also have a profession, right? So there are different status. Every person have more than one status. This is called as status set. It's called as status set. ऑल्सो इसमें जो है एक एग्जाम्पल हम दे सकते हैं जॉइंट फैमिली की. फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हेन जॉइंट फैमिली चेंजेस टू न्यूक्लियर फैमिली, status set also changes. It involves structural change, right? Joint family से nuclear family जाना, it involves structural change. Now, जब ऐसा होगा तो structural change आएगा in the status set. क्यों देखो कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक कपल है जो अपने इन लॉज के साथ रहता था, ठीक है. तो अब जब उसमें क्या होगा, एक है ना, जैसे ये ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स समझ लें आप, ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स मतलब समझ लें आप, है ना. तो इनके एक जॉइंट फैमिली थी, ठीक है. ये इनका बच्चा हो गया, ये एक कपल है, ये हमारा ईगो है, ठीक है. इनका भी एक बच्चा है और इनका भी एक बच्चा है, ठीक है. जब ये जॉइंट फैमिली का स्ट्रक्चर चेंज हुआ, ये एक जॉइंट फैमिली है, कितने कपल साथ में रह रहे हैं, ठीक है. और जब इसका स्ट्रक्चर चेंज हुआ, ये फैमिली न्यूक्लियर फैमिली में कन्वर्ट हो गई, तो क्या हुआ, ईगो, ये जो हमारा ईगो है, इसके रोल भी चेंज होंगे ना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ दिस इज अ विमेन, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे इसके क्या क्या रोल थे, यहाँ पे ये एक बहू थी, ठीक है. यहाँ पे एक ये जेठानी होगी या देवरानी होगी, ठीक है, चाची होगी, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. बट यहाँ पे इसके रोल चेंज हो गए ना, स्टेटस भी चेंज हुआ. हेयर ईगो हैज लिमिटेड रोल इन स्टेटस, राइट. तो स्टेटस सेट चेंज हुआ. दिस इज जस्ट टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड कंप्लीटली. यू कैन राइट इट इफ यू नो, इफ देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन जिसको बहुत कम्प्लेक्स हो, जिसमें वो पूछ रहे हैं हाउ स्टेटस चेंजेस, स्ट्रक्चर, फैमिली का स्ट्रक्चर चेंज होते हैं, ये आजकल ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं, तो ये उसको डिस्क्राइब करने के. अदरवाइज स्टेटस सेट की ये एग्जांपल है, ठीक है. एवरी पर्सन हैज मोर देन वन स्टेटस, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज स्टेटस सेट. ओके, सो दिस वाज अबाउट आवर लेक्चर टुडे. Just giving you a brief glimpse what we have done. We have covered topic 2.2, right? We have covered concept of society, जहाँ पे हमने देखा definition और features of society. Then we have society and culture, जिसमें हमने देखा society क्या होती है, culture क्या होती है, society and culture how they are interrelated, society and culture के बीच में difference क्या है, and in a conclusion कैसे ये दोनों indispensable part है human के. And then we have read about social institution, we have read about social groups and the social stratification, social mobility also, and status and role also we have covered. So this completes our topic 2.2, right? देख ले एक बार. ओके, सो मैं आई यूज टू कीप इट इन माइंड ऑलवेज वाइल प्रिपेयरिंग दैट परफेक्शन इज़ नॉट द गोल. परफेक्शन ऐसी चीज़ है जो आप कभी अचीव नहीं कर सकते. सो यू हैव टू डू ऑल, दिस इज़ व्हाट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, सो आई होप दिस विल हेल्प. सोसाइटी का ये जो टॉपिक था ये हमने आज कवर कर लिया है. थैंक यू. प्लीज़ लेट मी नो कौन से टॉपिक आप पहले कवर करना चाहते हैं, तो मैं उस पर पहले बना दूंगी लेक्चर. एंड कोई भी जो भी आपको प्रॉब्लम आ रही होगी, बिकॉज आई एम ऑल्सो न्यू, तो कोई भी अगर प्रॉब्लम आ रही है प्लीज़ लेट मी नो ओपनली. थैंक यू.